Today, I am sharing with you the top 5 perfumes in my collection that get me the most compliments, especially where I live, which is tropical, humid, and hot, where sometimes your scent can evaporate in 30 minutes if you pick the wrong one. My name is Oge George, but I like the sound of the OG, and today's video is quite different. Today we're stepping away from skincare, but we're still within self-care because how you smell is a huge manifestation or a huge indication of how much you take care of yourself, how much you care for self, and how you prioritize yourself. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, in the comment section, quickly indicate, let me know if you've ever had someone walk up to you and be like, oh my God, you smell amazing. Like it feels good, let's be honest. It's almost as if they are thanking you for gracing them with your scent or even thanking you for existing, right? As I go through this video, I'm going to explain why weather matters when you're wearing a scent. I'm also going to go through the notes, the performance, and the type of fragrances that I'll be sharing with you. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And if you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back. Before I continue, I feel like it's important that I define some terms you must have heard before when people are discussing perfumes, especially when it comes to performance. The first is the longevity. This is basically how long it lasts on your skin or your clothing. Then the next is sillage, which is basically the scent trail you leave behind. So how many people can smell it on you when you pass them? It's nothing complicated per se. Then projection is how far the scent spreads from your skin, especially when the air is thick or you're near other people. So there are the 3 things that I'll be talking about: sillage, longevity, and projection. In hot and humid climates like where I stay in Nigeria, the heat can accelerate the evaporation of perfume. So basically when you sweat, it can change how a fragrance smells, and you often need something with stronger dry down or a better base note so that it lasts and projects. Otherwise, that expensive bottle of perfume that you bought becomes invisible. Now that the boring stuff is out of the way, let's get into my top 5 most complimented fragrances. They are head turners, they are compliment magnets, and maybe they are must-haves. I don't know, you decide. So let's start off, and in no particular order, with the YSL Libre Intense. One. It's an oriental, like a very bold vanilla and floral fragrance. I'm going to put the top notes here. They are lavender, mandarin orange, bergamot. Then we have in the middle notes lavender, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, and orchid. I hope I'm saying all of these well. And then the base notes are Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, ambergris, and vetiver. Now, what I love about this perfume is that the bright lavender and orange blossom in the top notes give you that fresh opening that isn't over heavy immediately. Then the vanilla, tonka bean, and ambergris base notes keep it so anchored so that it doesn't vanish in heat. So that's what I really love about it. It's not overbearing with the top notes, and then when it dries down, so it's like reverses the case. It's not overbearing in the top notes, but then in the dry down, and as you continue to wear it throughout the day or throughout the course of the day, it becomes stronger, if that makes any sense. It's bold without being overwhelming, and people still smell you in the heat. I get a minimum of 12-hour wear with this particular fragrance. Even after I have taken off my clothing, the smell does not go anywhere until I'm ready to launder that outfit. It smells so great. Like I don't even need to spray, just from the cap here. It comes through right away. And from just the carton of this fragrance, you can smell it. It's just such a strong and amazing scent. And I think it's really great if you live in a tropical or humid climate like I do. It's great wherever you are, to be very honest, but it will shine more in an environment where you're more predisposed to sweat or heat. When I think of this perfume, I think of it as walking into like a Lagos rooftop party. You get in there and you think you left your elegance outside, but it followed you inside. It's so strong. It leaves such a strong scent trail, and it projects really well. So I definitely get compliments whenever I wear this. The last time I wore this was for a wedding, and I had 2 ladies ask me, in such a close succession. What are you wearing? Yeah. And I don't get keep, so I told them. Now up next is Coco Chanel. The cover broke, so I'm going to have to use my hand to hold it in place. You see this Coco Chanel? She is that girl. Oops. Let me just take the cover off. She is that rich auntie who lives abroad and only visits once a year, and you know she's in the room because you smell her first before you see her. That is Coco Chanel. It is a staple in my collection. I must always have it. If I run out of this bottle, I'm going to be sure to purchase another one because I must always have it in my rotation. I would maybe call it a signature fragrance of mine, and I have used it for a long time. Not this bottle, but the fragrance. This is the Eau de Parfum Intense. So this one performs even better than the regular EDP. Now it's an oriental and floral perfume. I'm going to put the notes from Fragrantica. I'm not a professional nose, so I'm going to read it for you. The top notes are Sicilian orange, Calabrian bergamot, lemon, and then the middle notes are rose, fruity notes, jasmine, and then for the base, you have patchouli, Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, white musk, and labdanum. You see, with this perfume, the orange and citrus top note gives freshness, while the patchouli and vanilla base keeps it deep enough not to fade. It's great for evenings. Heck, it's great for afternoons and mornings as well. It's just such an amazing scent. It's timeless. Some people have criticized this perfume as smelling too mature or old. I don't even get what that means. Because if I have a perfume that makes me smell like a rich auntie, then mature I am. Like, it gives classic sophistication. You come up smelling like luxury. Anyway, that is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, and it is one of my most complimented fragrances. Now, up next is the Gris Dior by Christian Dior. This one is not so popular with a lot of people. It's been described as being too dry, a bit too powdery, but I really don't like. I don't see it. In fact, even outside of it being one of my most complimented fragrances, it's one of my favorites. Like, I really, really love this scent. It's a cheaper floral. It's also woody. The notes in it are oak moss, rose, patchouli, bergamot, cedar, amber, and sandalwood. Now, why I really like this is because the moss and wood base give stability in heat, and then the rose and bergamot on top add freshness. It's actually a very unique choice in humid weather. It is not very loud when you just spray it, but over time, when it mixes with your scent, there's just the way the base note delivers that I really appreciate about this scent. And really, most Dior scents, most of the fragrances in their Privé line or in their luxury line have a uniqueness to it, if you get what I mean. Except Bois d'Argent, it's just water, colored water. That's I don't like that one, honestly. One thing, I'm just going to give you a hack when you want to buy Dior perfumes. If you go to their website, you can actually see where they put the ones that have beast molds and the ones that are a bit softer on the nose. So you're able to make an informed decision based on what you want. So if it's something you want, if you have winter where you live and you want to wear something a bit less strong with less projection, then you could go for the ones that they rate as softer. Then the bespoke ones like Isfahan, Toba Color, you'll find them in the section of Gris Dior. It's elegant but strong. People lean in to like find out what I'm wearing. This was actually my wedding scent, so it's there's a sentimental value as well to this perfume. I really love it. It's also a boss lady perfume. So think of that lady in her great pantsuit who's like this dominating board meetings. That's just what this perfume reminds me of, really. It's subtle, but you feel her presence. Up next is my most feminine scent ever, or my most girly scent ever. It is the Kayali Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. I love this perfume. I love, love, love it. It's super sweet, but it's also grown. It's an oriental vanilla gourmand. So the top notes are rum, vanilla orchid, jasmine. The middle notes are vanilla, creme brulee, spicy notes, tonka bean, leather, rose. And then the base notes are patchouli, brown sugar, oud sugar. Well, I already said brown sugar, amber, and musk. The sugar patchouli just really comes out in this perfume. It's, you know, gourmand scents can struggle in heat, but this one's richness with patchouli and sugar means it stands up to warmth and sweat without becoming flat. And I actually trust that part of it because it was made by Mona Katan, who stays in the UAE, and that's also a very tropical and hot and humid climate. So she definitely knew what she was doing with this as regards projection and the sillage. So it's sweet, it's luxurious. You smell like a dessert when you wear this, but it's grown up and people remember it. So with this, I would say imagine you're in a tropical resort. You have a dessert buffet around you and it's just open. So different scents are just wafting through the air. You smell the brown sugar, you smell vanilla, you smell creme brulee. It's just a very heady mix of scents, and I really, really appreciate this perfume for my hot and humid Nigerian weather. And last but definitely not the least is Tom Ford Bitter Peach. Now with this one, I just get island brunch, bottomless mimosas. I don't know, it just gives me island vibes really whenever I put this on. It is fruity, but it's also woody. Now that I'm actually like doing this video, I realize a lot of my perfumes are either oriental or woody or vanilla. And always said I didn't have a type, but it's starting to look like I do. Anyway, that's besides the point. This one, the top notes are peach, blood orange, cardamom, heliotrope. The middle notes are rum, cognac, davana, jasmine, while the base notes are vanilla, Indonesian patchouli leaf, sandalwood, tonka bean, labdanum, and vetiver. Now, I really love this perfume because the juicy peach and blood orange top feel tropical and airy, and the woody vanilla base lets it perform well in heat. I get a lot of compliments, surprisingly. Like, I'm always surprised when I go somewhere and someone walks up to me and asks me what I'm wearing when I'm wearing this perfume because it's not really my favorite scent profile, but it's just something about it. And I think it's the top peach note that kind of dries down into all the amazing woody vanilla base. It just really gives it what I believe makes it a standout perfume. It's bold, it's fun, it's tropical friendly, but it's still really elevated and classy. I think Tom Ford, the fruity range like this one and the is it Lost Cherry? Well, the cherry range, I think they did really well creating the scent for it without making them smell cheap or synthetic, you know. So yeah, it performs well. I wouldn't say it has such a bold sillage or projection, but it definitely lasts long on the skin. And I love how I smell when it mixes with my scent as I go throughout the day. It gives me this very, it just gives me this very exotic, that's the word. It gives me this very exotic scent trail, and I just love that about it. So that's it, Tom Ford Bitter Peach. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 most complimented perfumes as of today, as I am making this video. So these aren't necessarily my absolute faves when it comes to perfumes, but they're the ones that get me the most compliments. If you would like to see my absolute faves, like the perfumes I cannot do without, let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely film that for you. But all these ones I mentioned, they clearly win when it comes to turning heads, okay? If you'd like, I can also film how I layer scents, how I get my scents to last longer in a hot and humid climate. If that's something you're interested in, do let me know as well in the comments. I believe you can walk into any of your fragrance stores or your perfume sellers online to purchase any of these ones I mentioned if you're interested in them. If this video was your vibe, definitely subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below encouraging me on my journey. Also like and share this video with other frag heads that you may know. Yes, I am a frag head. Well, I don't have 100 bottles of perfumes or anything. I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to even get there because I think that's a bit excessive, but I definitely love to smell good. I love to look good and just anything self-care and, you know, beauty. You'll find me there. Anyway, as I was saying, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it and please subscribe. It is free. It won't cost you anything. These perfumes may cost you a significant amount, but subscribing to my channel won't. I promise you. Until my next video, stay fragrant and stay fabulous.